for it, you got it. Gambit weapon refresh. Would I want to see return to Gambit from the perspective of a PvP player? I already talked about dungeon weapons, talked about raid weapons in previous videos. Let's talk about Gambit weapons. First things first, this one's pretty obvious. I want to see the return of spare rations as a lightweight frame. Rose is unobtainable. That sucks as a new player. You can't get the best 140 in the entire game. Bring the lightweight frame bonus to spare rations. This gun is an absolute beast. Its range stat can't compete with modern day 140s, however, which I know the tiered system would help that a little, but whoever designed this gun, in fact, whoever designed all the Reckoning guns, secretly gave it the secret sauce and juiced the shit out of it. This gun hits headshots like it is nothing. It is probably the easiest hand cannon in the entire game. Give it the lightweight bonus. As far as perks go, maybe some range helping perks, keep away rangefinder. Bungie, you already know the perks people like on hand cannons. Slide shot, opening shot, Eye of the Storm. Give it the lightweight frame bonus, call it a day. Speaking of super juiced weapons, from the outside looking in, Last Man Standing doesn't seem too special. However, this gun is super juiced too. It is incredibly consistent. I want to see this gun absolutely return. Threat, Discord. Ideally, I want Discord here. I want closing time. This gun is super consistent, especially after you guys buffed aggressive frame shotguns recently. Super, super fun shotgun to use. All right. Last Reckoning gun I'm going to talk about. This gun is my favorite sniper, my favorite legendary sniper in the entire game. This gun hits montage shots like nothing. It is incredibly juiced. Whoever made spare rations probably made this gun too and gave it the same tuning. It just hits headshots. Like I don't even need to aim at the freaking head. But anyway, and it's a chevron scope, and I hate chevron scopes. However, this gun is so damn good, I'll use the chevron scope. When you reissued it, you guys got rid of opening shot in the fourth column. I would like to see the return of opening shot here and snap shot here. Call it a day, maybe a Discord swap. This gun is super, super juiced. Incredible. All right, moving on. Next gun. This gun, I played Gambit for 10 resets to get the role I wanted. Bygones is super fucking good. Honestly, not much to say. Keep Zen Moment third column. Keep a damage perk in fourth. Obviously, High Ground got slightly nerfed. You need to be slightly higher, or a lot higher, I guess. But it still procs off kill. Any damage perk to give me the 2 burst. If you give it Elemental Honing, you guys are crazy. But you know what? Maybe do that. Who cares at this point? All right, moving on to next gun. Trust. This gun, back in the day when I was grinding for Luna's Howl, I was doing my comp grind. This got me Luna's Howl. This and a Dust Rock Blues. I actually really, really love Trust. And you know what? It still, when it got reprised, has a very niche thing that it does with kind of a lot of setup, relatively speaking. That niche thing is 2-tapping with Golden Tricorn and Radiant. You don't see it very often. Some people do it. So it's sort of if you know, you know type thing. So I would keep Tricorn in fourth column, but I would give PI in third column. The reason being, this hand cannon doesn't need PI to 3-tap. It just needs high, relatively high weapon stat. With PI, you also need high weapon stat, but you need also PI on top of that. This, you don't need PI. You can just have 2 super juice perks and then just have overclock heatsink. So already Trust is like at a disadvantage compared to a overclocked heat weapon. So what I'm thinking, put PI in third. You know, I don't think it'll be too OP. I still think you'll need to get Radiant to do the 2-tap with Tricorn ×2. I don't think PI would cover the Radiant 10% damage. In fact, saying it out loud, I'm pretty sure it won't. So I don't think it'll be too OP. It'll be able to 3-tap with weapon stat, which already puts you at a disadvantage in PvP because you can't go health. And then 2-tap potentially if you do everything correct with Golden Tricorn. And if not, if that may be a little too broken, which I don't think it really is, at least by today's Crucible standards, give it Mag Howl. Give it Mag Howl, make it what Solemn Remembrance was meant to be, a 180 with Mag Howl. the reprised, not forgotten that it was meant to be. Anyway, moving on to the next weapon. Distant Relation. Now, who the hell remembers that scout rifle? I sure do, because I used to love that scout rifle. It's a solar precision frame scout rifle. Precision frames kind of suck in PvP, with exception to a few. Vision of Confluence maybe, because you could 3-tap with Elemental Honing if you get enough stacks, or Kill Clip. Byra's Love, I think it's called, the Craftable Void precision frame. I believe if you go 200 weapons with PI, it could 3-tap, which is a huge investment into weapons, which once again puts you at disadvantage for competitive PvP, which often requires high health stat. What I want to see is maybe putting PI in third column. People aren't using precision frames, really. I want to see PI in third column and potentially explosive payload in fourth. And or maybe kill clip. I still don't think people would use a precision frame in PvP. I still think they're completely outclassed by rapid fire frames, Aisha's, Fangavir Ute, and so on. But I love Distant Relation. That gun was so sexy. It had one of the coolest, nicest models. Really went into that Gambit identity. Really sexy gun. All right, moving on. We have one last gun we're going to talk about. Speaking of sexy, cool Gambit identity weapons, I don't have it on me, but the Pillager. Who remembers the Pillager? The Pillager was, I believe, an ARC lightweight frame SMG. It looked like a Halo 2 SMG. That gun was so sexy. Bring that back. That gun just screamed aesthetic. It was such a sexy gun. Its perks were kind of mid, and it has to compete with a lot of other really good lightweight frames in that column as well. I mean, first of all, it has to compete with Multi-Mach, even though that's a different column, but Multi-Mach slaps every other SMG. But what I want to see on Pillager is high impact reserves in the third column, followed by either Kill Clip or Kinetic Tremors in the fourth. I honestly don't think putting high impact reserves in the third column would be super freaking OP, to be honest. I think it would still get outclassed considering it's a 13 zoom weapon where most lightweight frames are 15 zoom, such as Multi-Mach, the best SMG in the entire game. It's already nerfed from zoom. I would give it essentially, honestly, I don't even consider high impact reserves a double damage perk, but essentially double damage perks. I believe it caps out at 6% the bottom half of the magazine. People aren't using high impact reserves. There's not many guns with high impact reserves. I think there's like a few. Yeah, no one's using this shit right here. So may as well put it in the third column. You have to go to the bottom of the magazine to get the most out of it, so may as well. That's it for what I have on Gambit weapons. I would also keep, real quick, Rangefinder in third, Tap the Triggers and Moment in third, just as they currently are. But bring that gun back. That gun was super sexy. That's basically all I have for Gambit weapons. I may make another video about other refreshes if Bungie is still asking. But thanks for watching. We'll keep it short here, and be sure to check out my dungeon video and my raid video. But anyway, all right, thanks for watching. I'm out. Bye-bye.